Alright, so we're back again. I am, well, I got my 3D printer going. It is running a test print. It should be done in about an hour or so, so I'll check it out later, post photos, blah, 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 blah. Now that we got that all out of the way, we're going to get back to work here. Let's see here. So, what I'm currently doing right now is painting the wheels. I think we already went over this earlier in my previous video. So what I'm going to do is hit the white for the rim of these wheels, and hopefully they don't get scratched off later. They probably will. So I don't really care for this white paint. It's doesn't really do very well. You gotta really stir it up. It's kind of like some paints, like yellow's another one that's a real pain in the butt. But I'm gonna do this carefully, and you're gonna probably not be able to see what I'm doing because of just how tiny this detailing is. Can you even see? Oh yeah, you can barely see my paint underneath those bear paws. So we're just going around the edge, and that looks good for now. We'll come back to it. So I was having an interesting conversation with my buddy. You know, we were talking about, just talking about life, and you know, why do bad things happen to people? You know, why do people go through what they go through? You know, and it was kind of like, you know, why does, you know, in the concept of, say, religion, you know, you got most people that say, you know, thy will be done, you know, God's will and all that. But yet, why do people suffer so much in a world that is supposed to be ruled by, like, this all-encompassing, all-knowing Lord, blah, blah, blah? And it's like, well, why not you? What makes you more special than somebody else, you know? And you know, then there's the idea of, well, what if you're a good person and you're innocent like a child or something, you know, why do you have these children being put through these horrible diseases that, you know, or cancers or whatever, like if it's a all-powerful Lord, you know, that can do whatever and anything, why not cure that child? And it's like, you know, thinking about it, the and again, this is all just kind of hypothetical chit chat, but what if that individual going through what they do sets up that child's father to be in a position that is, you know, maybe they go into, you know, run for city council or whatever to, you know, make change in his community, but had his daughter never gone through what she went through, then maybe he would have never gone through what would have led him to that point to be, you know, on the governorship or whatever for a city. And you know, it was just an interesting conversation, I felt. Let's see here. I'm not too happy that's looking. It's gonna be fine. I don't know, just interesting thoughts. Sometimes, I don't know, how are we supposed to perceive the universe when some of us can't even perceive our own reality? spent a year in Afghanistan, and it was what it was. I was a truck driver, so I wasn't no door kicking badass, but I did support a company, or not a company. I was a support company in an infantry battalion, and I paid my dues, did my time, got out. You know, and if I didn't go through what I went through, I would not be sitting here having this conversation with myself. That, I mean, I guess is conversation with y'all, but y'all ain't here until I put this video up on YouTube. But you know, I could be in a whole different position of life with a whole different understanding and respect, and or lack of respect. You know, I would not be looking the world through the same lens that I do today. However that may have been. You know, who knows what life would have been like for me if I'd never joined the army. There's a couple of linchpin points in my life that I look at and I go, you know, I was meant to go down this path because that path would have, it would have entirely changed where I ended up in life, to the point where I would not be here. I mean, I could have ended up a completely different person. But I believe when we are tested with strife and struggle, you know, we may not understand it at that time, why it is we're going through what we go through. But I guarantee you, had I not been in the military, had I not experienced what I did, had I not, you know, felt that I needed to fight the VA, you know, I don't know, who knows where I'd be at this point. And we have, you know, I struggle with my memory on quite a few things, and I was talking to my buddy about it earlier. You know, like I have so much time, such a hard time remembering my childhood. I mean, I got snippets in my, you know, my mind's eye of things, but there's a lot that is just, it's just blank, you know, and that's true. I mean, through a good portion of my life at this point. I mean, I got little snippets in my head, but they're, it's just been, I don't know if it's because I've been, you know, because I'm getting older. Not that I'm old, but I am older than I used to be. You know, we all are. However, you know, I did get a little scrambled in the thinking meat while I was deployed. Don't know how much different I'd be today without it, you know. I can't really prove that. I mean, maybe I just, my brain just don't retain because I'm older. I don't know. But I've definitely learned you need to, well, not you need to, but what helps for me is to live in the moment, live in the day, because tomorrow's a new day, and we're not promised any tomorrow. We're not promised today, you know. And I feel like as I get older, I need to keep in mind that I have outlived my usefulness on this planet, to my understanding. And at any time, you know, we can all be snuffed out in a blink of an eye. We have no idea when, we have no idea where. And so, rather than stressing about life, I just focus on what's going on today, what's going on tomorrow, so I can get through the next day to the next after that. get used to bouts of silence when watching my videos, because when I'm concentrating on a project like what I'm doing right now, it's often I just won't. I'm not focused on anything. I'm just in the moment. You can go ahead and just say this is my zen, ensuring every little detail is as possibly, done as I can. One thing that I always do when I'm working on something is I think of it as if I was making this for somebody else, what would I expect when the item arrived? And I expect nothing but the best that I can do, which means if I would not sell it out, send something out, that I would not want to receive, I just, no. I would never do that. I always feel like I have to strive to meet the highest expectation that I can possibly achieve. And a lot of that, you gotta just take with time and patience and practice and repetition. And you learn and you just get better, and you learn some more, and you apply that into your little toolkit. And it doesn't have to be just for your hobby, it can be for your life. How you live it, how you manage it, how you react to other things, other people's lives, other people's processes and dealings and strifes. Alright, those are all done. Not looking forward to putting those on the tinder because it's a pain in the ass and they end up scratching. But those are done for now. We're gonna rinse off this brush. Won't be any painting anytime soon unless things get scuffed up when I'm trying to put it all back together again. Let's see here, what do we got? 13 minutes, okay, cool, we're good. So I'm gonna set that over there, put that in there. I'm gonna set you off to the side. Alright. In the meantime, we're gonna set these over here. This guy over here as well. Keep you there. I need something out of this package. So I'm going to start preparing the wiring setup that will be going into this upgrade. Where are my... Was not happy with my original shot at this, as you can see by this rat's nest. But I've learned what I was doing and figured out a few things, and so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set these wheels out of the way. So we've got that wire, we got this wire, we'll put the screws over here with all this. Alrighty. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna this forward. We're gonna slide these fellas back. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. So we're gonna just set this. Oh. Here we go. Okay, let's organize our parts and pieces. Set that to the side for a minute. We're going to set this out of the way. We're going to set this here. I should probably just do a quick swipe. Get some of that debris out of the way, make it look a little bit more cleaner. So put those there. We're going to put this over here. This is going to be over here. Actually, that's what we're going to do. We're going to set it up the way it's going to go. So we need to split 3 to 3. Just to kind of set that up. Keeper, so now 2. Go ahead and grab you. Oh, and you. We're gonna get both of you too. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the package here. So this is Soundtraxx Tsunami 2 TSU1100 digital sound decoder Steam 2. So this is probably one of the coolest things that I have ever encountered the more that I learn about it. That was a mess that I didn't get anywhere with. The more I learn about it, the more I am fascinated by this technology, because there's so much you can do with your model and your trains. Just blows my mind. Blows my mind. So we're gonna set that there for now, I guess. Get into this one. This is the current keeper. So we're gonna need both of these out. Shrink tubing as well. I think I had enough. Had some of that other one, maybe? No? Didn't look like it. Okay. This is all trash. Don't need any of this. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that in the trash. One of these days I need to get me an under desk trash can. I just never get around to it. Not necessary. Just one of those I wouldn't mind having kind of things. Alrighty. Not gonna need this little guy, so we'll put you up there for now. So there's that. So the way I'm doing this is a little bit different than the way George from Soundtraxx did his. He did a loop with the current, and he did something inside the locomotive to detail out a firebox and make his headlamp flicker, and that's just a little bit beyond what I can do at the moment, so we're not going to be doing none of that. What we will be doing, though, is identifying what wires I need to snip and keep. So we're keeping the 2 purples because the brown and green are not going to be needed for this project. So we're just going to separate these out. go. Get them apart from each other. We're just gonna snip these little guys off. Alrighty. Toss those up there, because don't know when I could ever use them. Always have them on hand. So now we're gonna go through this. Here. It is a little bit of a rat's nest on its own. Gotta. Actually, this is what we're gonna do. So this stuff over here. Set that there. Take that. Put one up there. Put one down here. Actually, we're gonna swap these around. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the speaker over here. Now, what helped me last time to understand everything is I taped everything down on my little cutting board here. And I let myself kind of figure out where everything has to go, line them up, and then go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little piece of tape. Blue painter's tape, man. I live by blue painter's tape. It works for everything. So we're going to just going to tape you there. Now you can't move. I need to pull up. Nope. I need to pull up. There we go. On my computer, I have the schematics that he used for the wiring diagram. And that helps me kind of see here. So we're going to need to take the two current keeper cords, the blue and the green yellow. So we're going to take those underneath everything. So we need to separate. Oh, okay, we need to do something better than that. We'll do this. Let's see here. That there. Minimize that window. Then I'm going to bring back up this window. Okay, cool. Now I can kind of keep an eye on what's going on behind the scenes. Alright, so let's see here. We need to just untangle these and tape them down so I can get what I need. So we're gonna put that. We're gonna the first wire we're gonna put down goes to one of the positive or the negative, whichever red is. So the next is orange, which I still used. So we're going to go ahead and just tape you down as well, if I can get you out of this tangle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to tape you down there. Next is blue and the green. See, this is green yellow. Okay, so we're gonna pull these two out. Move this mess. There we go. Alright, so this is going to attach to the current keeper. Let's angle this down just a little. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing here. Let's adjust that. There we go. Good. So I'm going to actually feed these two under. So these two are going to come down here. They're going to go to this. So we're just going to... Alright. Now, the yellow I did not need, so we're going to go ahead and just get rid of you now. So we're going to... This goes up here to you. Okay, so now we're gonna tighten this up just a little bit. You and you two. Okay. Snip this little yellow out of here. Toss you up there. Now, I need to cut some red and some yellow wire. So let's pull it out. Or red and black. We'll just do what we got here. So I don't know what I'll do to make sure this comes out the same size. I need to get one of those wire spools now that I'm starting to get into this nonsense. Oh, Nebula, what are you doing? Okay. There we go, that should keep me from making a bigger mess if I keep it tucked in the bag. Should have done that to begin with. Oh well, we'll see how it turns out. Probably not going to work as well as I was hoping. Alrighty, so we're going to have this black wire are all going to come together at some point. So what we need to do, these three need to be together. You in there, and then we're going to throw you in there. Those. There's a lot of this right here. I gotta have to clean up. Don't need you there. We can put you back there. We're gonna set you guys over here because we don't need the speakers just yet. Okay. Now, this. What else do I need to throw into the mix? Speakers are off on their own, so we need a couple of these to unravel so I can see what I'm doing. let's see how this all goes together. What are we doing? What are we looking at? We are running at, where's my timer? There it is. 36 minutes, cool. Alright, so we got the blue to blue need to come together. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to snip this little end. We're actually going to do something different. So the green stays with the black. So let me connect that, unconnect. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to feed that blue in with the blue to the blue together. So what we'll do is we'll leave these over here together. So we're gonna separate them just for a moment. So so you come down here and you're gonna meet up with the black wire. So just tape you two down, because you two are gonna get together. Okay, and then you two are connected. Tighten you up. So. There we go. Okay. Now. Blue and blue. Okay, so this blue needs to not be where it's at. Blue's actually going to come up here. And we're gonna let's see here, set that there. This will bring this blue over. Actually, bring this one under too. So you and you. So we go there. Some more tape. Should do is I should trim those just because I'm gonna be close enough. That there, and then that will twist into this guy. So fold this up so I can just tuck it out of the way for the moment. And just tuck you in with it. Okay, so you go there. Alrighty. I now have this all laid out. Now we need to connect to the other side. On our way. Doo -doo -doo. Break on to the other side. Okay, let's see here. This. All right. Tape that down. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that has to stay that side up. So we know that this is straight over to the black. So we know this first one has to come up here. Just like that. Okay. We know this one is going to come down here. To this. Okay. Next. So the next one is to the orange. Why is... Here, number 2, phone number 2, all the way to the orange. Orange has to be, really? Okay, so we're gonna take you. Some of those back, or let's see, we're gonna go the other way. We're gonna start with this guy. Where you connect to? You connect to maybe I need to flip this around. If I do it this way. This goes to gray. Okay. Okay. Now we're cooking. So you're gonna go up here and hopefully stay put this time. Then you're gonna go over here with the gray. Down. Okay, so next will be the third. I think you will be to the white. Okay. Well, this is already shaping up that I clearly... One thing that I could have done better is I didn't have these lined up on the right side, so they're twisted opposite way. So we're gonna put you there, put you over. Up so I can keep wires from crossing. Okay. Now, going this side, this wire takes me to down there. Alright, so I think the next one should be orange. Yep, this one goes to orange. So we'll just... Alright, so I guess two of these wires are gonna have to cross. So this comes down here to the reds. Okay, so orange, what's left? This one goes here, so I will let the orange cross over the blue. How do we use this? That goes to the blue. Okay. And then these will go to the speakers, which I have tucked out of the way. Alrighty. Let's see here. Well, now that I got everything pinned down, there we go. Kind of tighten some of these up to make it a little bit easier to look at. So this will actually have this go under that red. This music channel that I'm listening to is on YouTube, and it's like 80 synthwave or whatever, free copyright free. But anyways, it reminds me of the old Jurassic Park Rampage edition back on the Sega Genesis back in the old days. Alright, here we go. This is where things have to be sorted out, and I think it'll be a lot cleaner this time. Alright, so now that I have this done here, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to go ahead and call this video off because I'm at, oh wow, 51 minutes. So if you made it all the way through, I appreciate it, and I will catch you on the next video. Adios.